Hello everyone! Welcome back to the Pride Capacity Building Workshop. Today, we will discuss how we can use Geographic Information Systems or GIS and OpenStreetMap or OSM data as input to policymaking. So in this lesson, we will discuss maps and how to interpret data plotted on them. We'll also walk you through the OpenStreetMap website and how to use it to find geographic information. Lastly, we would like to show how OpenStreetMap and GIS can be used to aid a disaster risk management use case. So I'd like you to meet Juana, a data-savvy admin staff of an LGU. So she has been in the office for quite some time now and has mostly spent her work hours dealing with data in tabular formats. So she has recently learned that the office had just recently received population maps created by an LGU partner and is wondering how she could use it to aid in her daily work. So ganito po yung tabular format. No? In the tabular format, data is presented in a series of rows and columns. So usually sa spreadsheet software po, ito yung ino-open when computations could be easily done on them. So this is an example of geospatial data. So geospatial data is data that appears in maps. So yung values po na matatagpuan sa mapa are represented by lines or colors over areas over which these values apply. So yung purpose po is not to do computations but to very quickly ma-match po yung number with a location. So in this case po, the town labeled B, ito po yung may pinakamalaki na population. So ito po yung may pinakamalalim na color blue here in this map. Now, this is all new to Juana and she wonders if there are existing tools or data that's online that can provide them with more geospatial data. So ultimately, she asks how could they use this data to help with their local policymaking. So first, we must familiarize ourselves with the typical map. So ito po, I show you a map of the health services facilities courtesy of the Municipality of Arteche, Eastern Samar. So ito po yung map image. So yung background ng map, this one, is called the base map. So it's the map layer that shows you like yung land and the water areas, some roads, and some local administrative boundaries and place names. So let's now focus on the symbols that are plotted on this map. So ito po yung naka-highlight map markers po yung tawag sa kanila. So yung symbols po naka-point po sila sa location ng available health services facilities in this LGU. So yung marker legend po here at the right of the map shows you what each symbol means. So here they list down po yung different kinds of health services like yung barangay health station, private birthing facility, the rural health unit, and the district hospital. So each of these has their own symbol.
Now we also have here a map scale. So this tells us how each of the unit of distance in the map image corresponds po to the real world distance. So based on this, around like a centimeter po in this map is katumbas po ng 1,000 meters or 1 kilometer po in reality. Lastly, the maps also need to show the sources of the base map used as well as the locations of the symbols.
Okay, so here's another kind of map where data is not in markers but a bulk area represented by color shading. So this is a map of communication services and its susceptibility to storm surge in the LGU. So according to the legend, the red areas are those with high susceptibility. So ito po sila yung areas near the shoreline. While those in green, here, the areas further inland, are not likely affected by storm surge. So now you may ask, how are these kinds of maps generated? So there's special software po called GIS or Geographic Information Systems, and they are used to plot these maps. So one example po of it is QGIS. Now, meron po mga organizations that provide geospatial data that's used by this kind of software. So an example po would be OpenStreetMap. So sa OpenStreetMap, may mga volunteers po everywhere in the world that contribute to their online map of their chosen locations, and this map is made available to everyone who needs it free of charge. So let me show you how you can get data from OpenStreetMap. So ito po yung itsura ng OpenStreetMap. You can access it from your browser by typing www.openstreetmap.org. So yung default po niya is a map of Philippines and surrounding countries. So if we want to zoom in on a particular locality po, we use this search bar. So here I want to search for Arteche, Eastern Samar. So it would give you these search results and we click the best one. So you want the town po. So when we click here, it would zoom in po to the location po of this town. And if we zoom in po on the area, we see that there are some features here, may mga roads and some houses po. So let's try to look for a particular named street. So say if we search po for Bonifacio Street, Arteche. So ito may isa pong search result. So we click on that and it would highlight po yung road na yun. And sometimes it shows you data about the road. So here there are tags and it says here that this street, Bonifacio Street po, is a residential street. So along the roads po, when you zoom in this far, you may see lots of boxes. So ito po yung houses that were traced by the volunteers. So each of these are houses po. So you could also use this site to search for places that are already near a place that you have searched previously. So here po sa Bonifacio Street, you can right click anywhere and select po query features. So using this po, you may use the search bar to say find a place. So here I will search for Arteche Hospital to look for the nearest hospital to Bonifacio Street. And here we have one search result. So if you click on that, it would show you the Arteche District Hospital. So you can do this for any kind of location that you may want to take a look at. So how then can we use OSM data in GIS software? So here's a use case from the Arteche LGU. So using GIS software, we have mapped OpenStreetMap data as the base map and laid the earlier map of storm surge susceptibility over it. So yun po yung red areas, no? So zooming in, we see that quite a lot of houses are within the storm surge zone. So to prepare for possible relief operations, pwede po nating bilangin yung number of houses and verify with existing list and check if we have enough resources. So we could also look for locations of potential evacuation zones like high schools and open areas. And we might also look for certain services, rescue services, health services. So in this case, we might want to locate hospitals and the rest of the danger zones that are not within the main town center. So by now po, some of you might also be interested in volunteering to map your own town's locations po in OpenStreetMap. So we will discuss how can you contribute to OSM in another lesson. So to summarize this lesson, we have the following key points. So first, interpreting data plotted on maps involves familiarization with its common parts. So second, OpenStreetMap can be used as an alternative source of data when official maps are not available. Then lastly, when used in conjunction with tabular information, geographic data can be used to make policy making faster and more efficient. So here are the resources that we used.
And that ends our lesson. Thank you so much for listening.